Long before a single shot echoed through the ravines of Dogali, the Italian army had already lost. They just didn't know it yet, because they were playing checkers, while General Ras Alula was playing chess with the mountains. He didn't inherit an empire and he wasn't born into royalty. He was a simple farmer's son who weaponized the jagged cliffs of Africa to shatter the myth of European military invincibility. They called him the Garibaldi of Abyssinia. His enemies feared him as a tactical ghost. When General Ras Alula rode into battle, his name alone was enough to spread panic through the ranks of modern colonial armies. To his friends, his name meant victory. To his enemies, it meant absolute terror. This is the story of Abba Nega, the man who rose from the valleys of Tembien to become the ultimate guardian of Ethiopian sovereignty. The sun had not yet burned the mist off the rugged highlands of Dogali when General Ras Alula Engida took his position. It was January 26, 1887. Below him, a column of 500 Italian soldiers, commanded by Colonel Tommaso de Cristoforis, marched steadily along the narrow ravine. They carried modern breech-loading rifles and artillery, weapons designed to project the unstoppable might of a newly unified Italy. But the Italians didn't understand the terrain. And more importantly, they didn't understand Alula, known to his contemporaries as the Garibaldi of Abyssinia, and feared by his enemies as a tactical ghost. Ras Alula was about to orchestrate one of the most stunning defeats of a modern European army in colonial history. The invisible web, Alula's intelligence network. Long before a single shot was fired at Dogali, Alula had already won the information war. He understood that superior firepower is useless if it is pointed in the wrong direction. Alula had established a flawless espionage network across the Eritrean highlands. Local shepherds, camel drivers, and even spies embedded within Italian-occupied Massawa acted as his eyes and ears. Every crate of ammunition unloaded by the Italians, every movement of troops, and every geographical scout report was relayed back to Alula's headquarters in Asmara within hours. When Colonel de Cristoforis marched out to reinforce the besieged Italian outpost at Sahadi, he believed he was dealing with a disorganized, poorly equipped native militia. In reality, Alula knew the exact size, weaponry, and route of the Italian column. He was waiting for them. The trap at Dogali, weaponizing the terrain. The rugged, fractured topography of the Ethiopian and Eritrean highlands can be a nightmare for a conventional army, but to Alula, it was a weapon. Modern infantry tactics of the late 19th century relied on open spaces where troops could form disciplined firing lines and maximize the range of their rifles. Alula deliberately chose Dogali because it stripped the Italians of this advantage. The narrow valley hemmed them in, while the surrounding steep ridges provided perfect cover for his men. As the Italian column choked into the defile, Alula's forces, numbering around 10,000, didn't just attack from the front, they materialized from the landscape itself. Tactical masterclass, rapid flanking, and shock warfare. Alula's strategy was executed in 3 devastating phases. The encirclement. Utilizing the defiles and blind spots of the ridges, Alula moved his troops in absolute silence, completely enveloping the Italian column before they realized they were surrounded, neutralizing the firepower. Instead of engaging in a long-distance shootout where Italian rifles would dominate, Alula ordered a sudden, overwhelming charge. His men swept down the ridges like an avalanche. The flanking maneuver. As the Italian front line scrambled to form a defensive square, Alula unleashed his hidden cavalry. They bypassed the main engagement entirely, striking the Italians from the rear and cutting off any hope of retreat toward Massawa. The battle was brutal and brief. The superior range of the Italian rifles mattered little in chaotic, close-quarters, hand-to-hand combat. By the time the dust settled, nearly the entire Italian force had been annihilated. The legacy of a strategic genius, the Battle of Dogali was a seismic shock to the European psyche. It shattered the contemporary myth of European military invincibility on the African continent and forced Rome into a period of mourning and strategic retreat. Ras Alula's victory was not a stroke of luck, nor was it a simple matter of overwhelming numbers. It was a calculated, masterfully executed operation that combined asymmetric warfare, brilliant intelligence gathering, and an intimate mastery of geography. By outmaneuvering and neutralizing a technologically superior foe, Ras Alula Engida secured a vital psychological and military blueprint that would later culminate in the historic preservation of Ethiopian sovereignty at the Battle of Adwa. Ras Alula Engida was born in 1840 GC, around 1833 Ethiopian calendar, in the province of Tigray, in the district of Tembien, specifically in a village called Membeda. His father, Ato Engida Kwakwama, was a respected farmer in the local community who lived a modest life. His mother, Wizero Amlesu, hailed from a distinguished and deeply religious family. Alula was born during a chaotic period in Ethiopia known as the Zamin Mesafint, Age of the Princes, a time marked by internal strife and division, where the central government was weak and anyone with power declared themselves king. This environment played a significant role in shaping the character of the future hero. Development and childhood years. Like any other farmer's son, Alula grew up herding cattle and helping his parents with agricultural work during his childhood. In accordance with local tradition, he attended a church school where he learned basic reading of the Psalms, Dawit, and received a religious education. From a very young age, he displayed qualities of alertness, determination, and a natural talent for leadership and victory in children's games, especially in stick fighting and horseback riding. His reading skills and innate intelligence set him apart from his peers early in his youth. Marriage and family life. After Ras Alula entered the realm of power and the military, family ties played a major role in his social and political life. First marriage. He established a marriage with a local woman in his youth, but this marriage did not last long. Marriage to Wizero Amlesu, sister of Kasamircha. As Alula's closeness to Dejazmach Kasamircha, later Emperor Yohannes IV, grew stronger, he married the emperor's sister, Wizero Amlesu Mircha. This marriage further solidified Alula's political and military influence, creating a blood bond with the royal family. Children. Although Ras Alula fathered children from his different marriages, his sons followed in their father's footsteps and participated in warfare and military life. Military life and the journey to power. From captaincy to the title of Ras. Alula's military life officially began when he was employed as a soldier and close bodyguard, Likmekwas, in the court of Dejazmach Kasamircha, later Emperor Yohannes IV. Alula quickly won Kasa's heart due to his loyalty, use of military tactics, and bravery. In 1871 GC, when Kasamircha became the Emperor of Ethiopia under the name Emperor Yohannes, Alula became his close advisor and military commander. The title of Ras, 1876 GC. Following the grand military leadership he displayed at the battles of Gundet and Gura, Emperor Yohannes elevated Alula's title to Ras. This appointment was a highly rare honor granted to a farmer's son who lacked royal blood. Governorship of Mereb Melash, Eritrea. Ras Alula was appointed as the Governor-General of Asmara and Mereb Melash. Establishing his headquarters in the city of Asmara at the time, he was entrusted with the responsibility of protecting the region from foreign invaders. architect of great wars and victories. Ras Alula was the primary military commander in major battles fought against the foreign invaders surrounding the country: Egypt, the Mahdists, Dervishes, and Italy. 1. The battles of Gundet, 1875, and Gura, 1876. He preserved Ethiopia's independence by crushing the Egyptian army, which was equipped with modern weaponry. 2. The Battle of Kufit, 1885. Confronting the Mahdist, Dervish, army coming from Sudan, he decisively defeated the force led by Abba Nega. 3. The Battle of Dogali, 1887. Fought on January 26, 1887 GC. This battle etched Alula's name into world history. By utilizing the terrain to surround and annihilate the modern Italian army, he foiled Italy's first invasion attempt. 4. The Battle of Adwa, 1896. In the Great Battle of Adwa, led by Emperor Menelik, Ras Alula served as the commander of the left wing, disrupting the Italian army's strategy and serving as a principal architect of the victory. A horse named Abba Nega. Alula was called Abba Nega because of his beloved horse named Nega, meaning tomorrow or dawn. This name became a symbol that heralded terror to the enemy and victory to friends. In Ethiopian tradition, Abba followed by a warrior's horse name is a title of honor, meaning father of horse's name. The end of life. A year after the Battle of Adwa concluded, the end of Ras Alula's life came not on the grand battlefield against foreign invaders, but in an unexpected internal conflict, the Battle of Gundet and the Wound. In January 1897 GC, 1889 Ethiopian calendar, due to a power struggle within Tigray, Ras Alula clashed with his former friend and fellow Tembien native Ras Hagos. Although Ras Alula emerged victorious in the battle fought between them at a place called Gundet, he was wounded in the leg by a single bullet during the fighting. Ras Hagos was killed in the battle. Due to the lack of medical treatment available at the time, the wound developed a severe infection, gangrene. After falling gravely ill, Ras Alula passed away on February 15, 1897 GC, February 8, 1889 Ethiopian calendar, at the age of 57. His body was laid to rest at the ancient monastery of Abba Nega in Tigray, with grand military and religious honors. Conclusion. Ras Alula Engida was a remarkable man who rose from the humble life of a farmer's son to become a minister of defense, a foreign diplomat, and a brilliant military general. The London newspaper The Times bore witness to his strategic genius at the time, famously dubbing him the Garibaldi of Abyssinia. To this day, Ras Alula lives on, written in bold colors in the pages of history as an enduring symbol of Ethiopian unity, sovereignty, and pride.